All right, it is that time. We have Chef Eric Yeager here from Baltimore International College here. He is going to be showing us some knife skills and cooking. Now, tell me a little bit about cutting and the knife skills. Why is this important?
Well, the basic idea is to get uniform size pieces for even cooking. There's nothing worse in the world like a stew where one carrot's cooked perfectly and the smaller size cut is mush.
Okay.
So it's nice even cooking, uniform pieces. It's decorative and it cooks properly.
All right. And show us, let's see some of your work here. Now cutting, this is where I am awful in the kitchen. I cannot cut worth anything, so I am watching you closely.
Well, it takes a lot of control and a lot of practice. And
okay.
We got some of the slices here. In carrots, we have a rondelle slice and a diagonal slice, which mainly means it's on the bias or on an angle. So for the rondelle slice, which is basically just a round cut, straight through, nice and even, and they're all uniform size and thickness, so they'll all cook evenly.
I'm always worried about cutting my hands.
Well, there's a proper way to hold your hand as well, and that's by keeping your fingertips out of the way and letting the knife run along here.
Okay.
And the side of the knife touches there, you can't really cut yourself, so there's no way to get your fingers in there.
Okay.
So if we turn the knife on an angle now, we can actually cut diagonal pieces.
Wow, you make it look so easy.
That's a lot of practice.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better because I'm awful at cutting things. I don't know how I get it in the pot. It just sort of gets there.
Well, we have a couple of our slice and dice, if you ever heard that term, but there's a lot of different sizes of them and varieties of them. And one thing we teach students is if you have a vegetable that's round, cut it into a square portion so that you have more control over it and it doesn't move around so much. But the different sizes, we have 16th of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. And it's all about cutting nice, even pieces, starting with those. Like any good foundation, anything you build on top of it will be beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So from there, we just nice straight cuts, and we have nice julienne-sized pieces, like you see out here, some of these.
Yeah, so you've already cut some of those out. I mean, those look so perfectly cut, like something you'd buy out of a store, just already cut and pre-prepped.
Now, if we turn those around, now everything's even all the way around. We can cut a nice, fine dice, just like you see out here on this plate over here.
Okay.
So nice
now, the key for if you want to dice, I mean, how do you get it that small?
Well, it's, again, a lot of practice, a lot of knife control, and that's one of the things we teach in our classes is knife control. We teach a lot of that before we even get into the actual cutting of the vegetable, how to hold the knife, which knife to use, because using improper knife can give you bad knife cuts as well.
And you all have a new class coming up this fall.
We do. We have what's called the food enthusiast classes, and they are basically open to anyone, but people who don't want to come in and take the full-on programs.
Okay.
They can come in and take individualized classes, and this would be one of them. We have a knife skills class.
And this is some of the things you'd learn in that class.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what is this here you have? What's this object
This
here?
very archaic-looking device is called a mandolin, and it cuts a variety of different cuts and different sizes. Like, let's say, for instance, you have a gluten allergy, which is very big right now. You can cut some nice, almost pasta-sized pieces from a zucchini and do a nice, not only vegetarian pasta with pasta, but now this becomes your noodles.
Okay.
And you could do a nice pasta dish with those.
Very nice.
We also have different levels on here to work with, and we have this piece down here where we can do a variety of potato-style cuts like your...
Do you find the average person using these, or are these more for chefs or your more experienced cooks?
This particular one is more for chefs. They do sell them for the home user as well, and you get very, very uniform cuts from it because it's already set evenly across the board.
Okay.
And you can make a nice, ridged potato chip style cut.
Wow, or waffle fries.
And you can do a waffle fry by just turning the potato slightly.
Yum. Now you're speaking my language.
And you fry those up, and you get some nice waffle fries as well. So.
Wow. Thanks so much. Wow, some neat tips there. And I think I might have to join you for that class there. You also learn how to cut up a chicken, and because I really need help on my cutting experience.
That's correct. We do chickens as well, and we teach on chickens because they're easy to work with, and most of the bone structures of the other birds are very, very similar. So once you learn on a chicken, you can break down turkeys or pheasant, whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for those cutting tips. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. We'll have more coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.